Hello, hello, hello. So, I am getting ready to go out back and go to the side and then the front and all of the gardens just to make sure that they all have the nutrients. This year I know I mentioned that I did not put down any easy straw. I did that last year. It worked great. This year I am really doing my absolute best not to buy anything. 2026 is like no buying season year. It just is better. It is just better for the earth. I have been practicing a phrase that says, I am grateful for the amount of blank that I have. That is the phrase. And just making sure that whatever I fill in that blank with, if it's time, energy, anything that I need, I don't need to buy new. I have enough, right? I have enough. I'm grateful for the amount that I have. It's enough. Um, Recently, I went to a tool swap because I'll be honest, if I don't have a tool for the garden, my first instinct is where can I buy it? I'm always looking for a good deal, which is great, but there was a tool swap recently that I heard about, and I went there and I got some new tools, and I was really great to give old tools away that some people didn't have or needed, which was phenomenal for me. But I think we need to start thinking like that, right? Um, Mending the stuff that we have and being fulfilled. Fulfilled is a really great word. Um, Today, when I was at the garden center, the garden store, I wanted to buy all of the mints. Now, my mints are coming in already, right? I think I have chocolate out there, mojito, spearmint. I bought the strawberry mint. I stopped it there. I haven't tried that. But it's in my nature to want to get all the plants. I'm sure a lot of people understand that. Now, I don't need all the plants. I desire them, I yearn for them. But, when I start to think about it and I say that phrase back to myself, I understand that, I have enough. I'm grateful for what I have and it is enough. So I'm going to go out back and use some of my previously owned but nicely kept garden tools. And part of me going back there and looking around and making sure that everything has what it needs, right, is telling myself that I didn't need that easy straw that I had last year. So I had a whole bunch of seeds that I gifted a lot of them away, but I had a whole bunch of seeds that were outdated. That means nothing to me. That means nothing to me. A sign on a package means nothing to me. If them seeds want to grow, I will let them grow. So I sprinkled a whole bunch of lettuces down, some spinaches, old seeds, and that will just be my ground cover. Mama Earth wants to be covered. She will cover herself if you don't cover her. And I didn't want bare ground. I didn't want it to get too hot, all of them things. So I just used what I had and I was grateful for what I had. And now everything is growing, but I just need to keep on checking to make sure, even the creeping Charlie that's out there, that is ground cover everywhere, practically all over my space. We've been eating and munching on that. It's got that little kick to it, which I am growing to love. Some people like to get the shoots when they're younger, less kick. I understand that. I just am grateful for the way she grows. She grows all over the place. And I remember when we first came here, it was like, oh my gosh, look at all this ground Charlie. And it was a catch-22. Can I eat all the ground Charlie? Creeping Charlie? No, I cannot. Oh, my cat scared me. My cat is playing with a twisty tie. She's grateful for what she has. But anyways, yeah, I am grateful for all of the ground ivy or the creeping Charlie that's out there. Now, one thing that happened is I mentioned my basil. I wanted to get a new basil plant because the squirrels or something ate my basil. I do have some basils that I grew that are in the front garden, and I put them in already. And it seems like the squirrels like to dig around my basil and they keep on digging it up, and then I push it back down. And what I told myself is that you need to write in your moon journal that next year you start a whole bunch of basil because you're going to share with the squirrels whether you want to accommodate their feasting habits or not. So that's the lesson in this. There's so much to do outside, and I love these days. It is getting hot very fast here. And so, it's, you wait all winter for the heat, and then the heat comes, and you're like, whoa, Nelly, slow down. So it's always from 1 foot to the next here in Minnesota. And I'm sure that's a lot of places that you grow. But I'm ready to go out there, and I'm ready to use all my little tools, my new tools. They feel new, right? So maybe that feeling of, oh, I need something, maybe that feeling, you just let that simmer down. Just let it get to its peak, and it'll simmer right on down. And then when you, utilize something that you already have had, and just be grateful for it, that fulfills that need in my heart. And I'm sure, I know, it's human nature. It goes up and then it goes down, and you're just grateful. I think that's what it needs to be. So yeah, let's go out to the garden. Say good afternoon to Miss Broody. Yep, she's here morning, noon, and night, covering all the eggs. Do you want to move? I didn't think so. I'll see you again, friend. I wanted to show everyone the inside of the coop. It's double. They sleep up there. It's a double-decker, triple-decker, because they have a bottom downstairs where they keep cool too. But this is, I just cleaned it all out. You can see some grown creeping Charlie over there too. I've been giving them some too. And it keeps their coop smelling good. You see these little divots in my dirt? That is because our good friends the squirrels keep on trying to bury their nuts back here, which these guys are doing really great. And I'm really excited, and I want to harvest, but I'm patient. So this was also a gift. I think I put some zinnia seeds in there, but it is beautiful, and I'm really excited. It's just so cute. So up in the top of our home, there is some birds, and every year different birds come and use that as a little home. Last year I think it was sparrows. This year I don't know if that's a blackbird or what that is, but it's just really cool to share space. I know that isn't a homeowner's dream, but I'm always looking for a gratitude in each moment. Here's our beautiful roses. I am learning how to maintain a rose bush. So I always get nervous deadheading and pruning and all of the things. So continuous learning projects and methods. If you have any tips, please leave a comment. I would love some tips on roses. Also, another thing, I would love some tips on mosquitoes. In my back by the chickens, there's a big tree, and it's really, the sun doesn't go over there. It's kind of damper over there. It's a little dreary. Dreary, is that the word? I don't know. You understand what I'm saying. So I'm curious, how do I get rid of mosquitoes? Or just like, not so many. I started these bigger ones, peas. I started these bigger ones inside. You can see the bigger ones. And then these little babies, I just plopped the seeds in there, I think like last week. And they're already starting to grow up. I love eating the shoots. We love every part of that. It's super yummy. And I'm super excited for them. I don't remember what kind this is. This was also an old seed that I needed to use up. So there she is, growing big and strong. So here's the side garden. These raspberries we dug up from another part of the garden. And I think I just threw them there. I don't even think I dug any hole, and here they are. Sochan, a phenomenal medicine vegetable. We eat all of it. Yeah. This garden bean has been growing up my house for probably like 5 years now. Every year it grows all the way up to the top of my roof. And every year it comes back and I harvest and it grows again, all by itself, self-seeding. So I had some extra pepper plants, and I put them in the side garden, and they need help. They are drying out. This gets the most sun, and I need to figure this out. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. My strawberry bed is looking great. She looks great every year, and I'm really excited to eat off her and harvest from her. But as you can see, them tricky little Zicha. The squirrels. Yep. Thank you, squirrels, for being overbearing and stealing. Here is a little quick view of all of my prayer. See this creeping Charlie? She is living her best life, crawling up everything. But here is my perennial garden that I use for medicine. You can see there's nettle, there is hyssop, there is Wakapeya stemina, the bee balm. Here is some calendula, chamomile. Yeah, there's so much out here. I have a peach tree. We'll see. All my raspberries. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And over on that side is all my smudge, my sage, my prairie sage. There's all kinds of stuff over there. Echinacea, self-heal, all kinds of stuff. Maybe you could see it better from this angle. The mama just flew away. She's feeding them. They're getting big and I hear them up there. So cute. So I should have brought my hat out here because it is really sunny out and I just feel like some of my plants look so hot and worn out, so I really need to get going. I water them every morning really early and then I water them at night too, but because I don't want them to get sun damage or burnt or anything. But yeah, I'm really excited to be out here. I wanted to mention too that I did something kind of crazy and I should have showed this on camera, but I didn't. But I had poured a whole bunch of kale. I kind of showed you in this back bed too. Kale seeds into one raised bed and then let them do their thing and then separated them later. Now, my goodness, did that save me so much time on planting them individually in the house and then trying to up pot. Just leaving them out here when it was still really cold was like a miracle. It was a miracle. It really did save some time. So now I'm thinking, like, in the future, how can I do that again? Like, what other plants can I do that with? And so I'll be thinking about that. I need to put that in my moon journal too, just to make sure. I'm thinking about, we harvested ramps, so I want to go work with them today. This lemon balm, I want to give it a good haircut and give some to my relatives, and we're gonna make tea. We're going to a big garden tomorrow, a garden party, and I want to make tea, some iced tea with some honey or maybe some maple syrup. I have some maple syrup that I was gifted, so we'll see. Anyways, I hope wherever you are gardening. And when I talked about the tool swap, get a community garden. If you are in an apartment or somewhere where you can't garden, first of all, we can do little pots. Them solo cups are a dream. Not on the environment they aren't, but they'll do the job. Otherwise, get a community garden. Like, talk to your neighbors. See about starting something. Like, we can do this. We can really do this. And I'm excited. I'm excited for the plant season, the growing season. And you would be so surprised if you don't know how much gardening just eases everything. Every single thing about life, gardening eases. You feel like you're in tune with Creator because you are helping create. And so I just love that. I think I see my robin. I want to go hang out with my robin. Okay, see ya.